let's get to Overreaction Monday here on the Rich Eisen Show. Go for it.
That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Mondays.
Monday.
All right, here we go. Let's start with it. Let's go to Dallas. The Packers showed they're the best team in the NFC.
Let me think about it.
There's no thinking. It is an Overreaction Monday.
That's an overreaction. If I have to think about it, it's an overreaction. It's an overreaction. They're not the best team in the NFC yet. But Aaron Rodgers is bringing his A game, and whatever he and LaFleur are barking about on the sideline, that's a positive tension that we're seeing. And he's dynamite. And Aaron Jones, GM, we talked about it all the time. Remember I said it last year when he was going on wheel routes in Seattle, on a night game in Seattle, and and I said it to his face when he was here in studio this past summer. He's the difference maker for this Packers team. If he is as good as what we saw yesterday, where he's running away from people and he's a threat out of the backfield, not just running, look out. And when Devontae Adams can come back healthy, which we're assuming after this week he will be for the Monday Nighter home against the Lions, look out. And the defense came up big after Philly gashed him. Not everyone's going to go undefeated, everyone, and New England's going to have a clunkers too.
Sure.
That actually leads to a loss. But we need to chill on who's the best team in the NFC just yet. Because it could wind up being Philadelphia when it's all said and done, by the way.
Might be right. All right, next. Over to London. John Gruden vindicated in beating the Packers and Khalil Mack.
No. He'll never be vindicated for sending away one of the best players of the NFL. And potentially one of the best defensive players of his generation. But if he makes lemonade out of that lemon, if he makes chicken salad out of that, then yeah. But in terms of trading away Khalil Mack, that will always be something that I'll never understand. But he hired a guy in Mayock who's turning it into players. And you know who also had a great game? Maurice Hurst from your University of Michigan defensive line, who dropped because of a medical issue. And Mayock saw him years ago, and he didn't draft him, but he was high on him also. 4 sacks. That was a great game. But he'll never be vindicated for sending Khalil Mack to the Bears.
You think the Raiders make the playoffs?
Oh, gosh. The Bills, as we just said, they're 4-1, and they've got some winnable games on their schedule. So the Bills, I think, are a wild card team, and then there's another team. They're going to be battling it out with an AFC South team, I think. The Ravens and the Browns are in the mix, too. I can't sit here and say the Raiders are going to make the playoffs, but they're in this mix. They're in the mix, man.
Oakland has a tough go after the bye. At Green Bay, at Houston, home for Detroit.
They need to win that game at Houston. They have to win that game at Houston because that's a game that they might need it to have as a tiebreak. And then the same thing with a home for the Chargers. Oh, yeah. But then they've got Cincinnati, the Jets on their schedule as well. They have to go back to Kansas City, as we all know.
They finish up with 3 winnable games.
They have a shot at the playoffs, that's for sure, if they keep playing like this.
Okay, you saw the video Drew Brees posted on Saturday.
Yes.
3-0 without him. 3 winnable games coming up before the bye. The Saints should not rush Drew Brees back.
Fact. That is not an overreaction at all. What's the point of it? I mean, he'll come back when he's ready, and that's the end of it.
Drew's clearly showing us he's ready to play now.
No, I mean, he's saying that he's getting back in there. No. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Let him come back healthy, and if he starts pushing it, they still have that bye perfectly positioned right in the middle. Why do they need to rush him back for at Jacksonville, at Chicago, or home for Arizona? Certainly not at certainly if he hurt his thumb on Aaron Donald's hand, why put that thumb in the way of Khalil Mack's hand? No shot.
If he's in there bugging Sean Payton, hey, I'm ready.
That's great. There's a bye week, and then you've got Atlanta, Tampa, Carolina, Atlanta. I mean, that's their division right there. San Francisco, boy, there's a Monday Nighter home for Indianapolis that will just be huge in Week 15. At Tennessee, at Carolina, they have some time here, man.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.